What's going on, guys? It's Chad from Chet Talk Sports. I'm here with Taylor Dollard when we talk about your pitch grips. So what's your go-to fastball we got?
So I only throw a four seam, and so mine is basically like I go horseshoe towards my ring finger here, and I kind of just spread them a little bit. Every now and then I'll make sure that my thumb's underneath the ball, like in basically splitting both of these fingers, and I just try to ride it as best as I can and get the carry to it.
It's interesting going horseshoe on that side of the finger.
Yeah, it's kind of evolved a little bit because like when I first started, it was more like offset here this way, and my fingers were together versus where it's at now. It's still a little bit offset, but like the main thing is just making sure that like the thumb's under it and I'm able to like fully stay behind the ball.
So what's your go-to off-speed pitch we got?
The slider. So the slider is how I got here. But the slider's basically like I go in the horseshoe and like I put a lot of pressure on my middle finger, and so it's pretty much a pitch off of my middle finger. Like honestly, I could probably keep my index finger off of it, but the biggest thing for this pitch to me is just making sure like I throw it with intent. So like if you end up babying it or like not pulling like putting full force into it, it kind of backs up and kind of just floats versus like throwing it hard where you can really snap off of it and like get out in front with it.
What else we got in the arsenal there?
We got this new kick change actually. I just picked this up probably 2-3 months ago, and so it's like been the new trend in baseball is the kick change. And so basically what I do is I split the seams here, and so I'll kick the middle finger and I'll have my thumb and ring finger here with all the pressure on it. So my index finger and my pinky kind of just sit on the ball, and I think about having all the pressure like a squeeze basically between my ring finger and my thumb, and so it allows me to get out with it and like kind of turn it over, and then at the last second it'll kick off that middle finger and it'll get the nice spin to it.
So the Mariners are a very pitching factory, you could say. How has being in the organization helped evolve your arsenal?
Oh, it's been huge. I would say there's the biggest thing for me was like usage and like where to throw the pitches. So like because like my fastball rides really well, like top of the zone is good for it. My slider's really sweepy, and so it's more like down. And same thing with the changeup. The other pitch we didn't get to talk about yet was the curveball. And it's pretty traditional, normal curveball. I think about like keeping my fingers on top and throwing it like a football. It's really slow. If you ever watch my pitching, it's about 68 miles an hour, give or take. So I try to basically be Kershaw, the modern day, with it. But no, I love throwing that pitch. It's really fun. I use it a lot in like early counts or like late counts, whatever. But I love throwing that thing. But in terms of the Mariners, like I said, like the biggest thing was like pitch usage and like location wise on it. And I think they do a really, really good job of like teaching guys like how to be good pitchers as opposed to throwers. And so there's a lot of like little things where it's all individualized. Like my game plan's different than the next guy's, and his game plan's different than the next guy's. And so it's very individualized based off of what you throw. They're also really good at helping you develop pitches. So like I said, like the kick change being new for me, like that was a thing that they threw at me and I kind of ran with, and it's been huge for me.
So what's your go-to metric that you like to look at if you're going in like a bullpen or something? What's the main thing you want to work on?
I'm going to be honest. I think for me, like I kind of stay away from the numbers a little bit on everything. I just kind of make sure that the shapes are consistent. So like whether it's my fastball riding at, 18 inches, I'll make sure that it's around there. Whether it's the slider, like I'll just make sure that the numbers are consistent and kind of work off of there. I think a lot of the numbers can be overwhelming and like it can kind of get you out of being a pitcher. But that being said, I think a lot of the data is helpful. But for me, I don't really look too much into the numbers in terms of like what I need to do to be better. It's more of like, let's throw and then we'll evaluate after.
All right, sweet. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.